What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Redline podcast. Today we're here with Laurchkaa.
Not even close.
Shit. Well, say hi.
Laurchkaa. Hello, everyone.
So, before we start, who are you? And tell us how to say your name and what you do.
All right, so my name is Lauren, or my Instagram and YouTube are Laurchkaa. That is how you say it, yeah. I'm a motovlogger, and yeah, that's basically it.
Very good. I'll get the name right eventually.
Okay.
So, a reoccurring thing we have here is 5 rapid questions where you have to
Yes.
answer 5 questions as fast as possible.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I am.
All right. Never riding again or never entering a gym again?
Never riding again.
Oh.
I know.
What's worse?
Actually, wait. Can I change my answer?
Okay.
Okay, never entering a gym again. Sorry, my bad.
Good.
Okay.
All right. What's worse? Dropping your bike standing still or getting a ticket?
I would have to go with getting a ticket.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
It's
Taking down the-
embarrassing, but I mean, I'd rather be embarrassed than have to pay a fat ticket. So,
Best fast food place?
Panera Bread.
I don't know. I've never heard of these places.
It's like a bakery. It has like sandwiches and soup and stuff like that. It's delicious.
What's worse? Tailgating or swerving?
Like another car or me?
Another car.
Tailgating.
Who would play you in a movie about you?
Oh God. Selena Gomez? I don't know.
Very good. You did very well.
Okay.
So now we'll go into the real questions, so to say.
Okay.
So you don't have to be super fast.
I know. I'm nervous.
How long have you been doing YouTube and what got you into it?
I just started YouTube like seriously in like the end of February of 2019, so this year. Mason got me into it obviously, but then what kind of really pushed me to do it more was I sold my car, which was my main form of transportation, and decided I would ride for 100% of my transportation. So I figured, why not vlog it?
That is very true.
Right. Might as well.
I don't even have a driving license for cars, so I don't have a choice. So when did you start riding?
I started riding when I was like 19, and I'm 24 now, so 5 years ish.
Somewhere around there.
Street bikes, but I kind of like grew up riding like four-wheelers and snowmobiles and dirt bikes and like things of that nature, so I kind of had an idea of the whole system, you know?
Yeah, you weren't a complete stranger to.
Right.
So here's one, because if you didn't know, this is the first female guest on the Redline podcast.
Yes,
Wow.
very exciting.
Making history.
Yes.
So a question that I have is, what is the biggest difference being a female rider? If you had to.
Honestly, I feel like it's literally the gear, because everything is like pink and purple and has like butterflies and sparkles and rhinestones all over it, and I hate it. Like, I just like to wear all black, so I steal a lot of Mason stuff to wear, and I would just prefer that like the women's gear was not so like frilly. I don't know.
Yeah, because I've noticed when you're in a motorcycle shop, so to say, that it doesn't even seem like there's any female gear at all.
Yeah,
It just
hardly
feels
any.
like the boys.
It's like pink, purple, or like an ugly like blue. Yeah, it's not great.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So you seem like you have some stories to share. Do you have any funny, weird, or dumb stories you want to share? And they don't have to be motorcycle related.
Oh gosh. I'll have to think about this for a second, if that's okay.
Yeah, Mason talked about a salad, so that was pretty good.
I know. I know. What you don't know on the other end was he was texting me, asking me what the story was. And I was like, why is he asking me this? And then later when I listened
need
to
to
the
know the
podcast,
salad story.
Yeah.
I need to know the salad story now.
Crap, I don't know. Can we come back to it? Is that allowed?
No. Yeah, sure.
No? Okay. All right. Okay.
Motorcycle stories? You have any, like childhood
What? Did I just hear someone else?
Mason's sitting next to me trying to urge me to tell a story. He's like, tell a funny story. I don't know. I can't think right now. I don't know. Let me think about it for a minute.
If you could get one bike for free, which one would you choose?
Probably the S1K. Yeah, it's the same as Mason.
Oh, all right. I was like, which one is that?
the BMW S1000RR.
Ah.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's a good choice.
Or possibly an R1. I don't know now. Shoot.
Too much pressure on these questions.
I know. I'm sinking right now. I don't know. I mean, I just really want a liter bike, so either one of those would really be perfect.
Here's something controversial. I don't know what a liter bike is.
Oh,
what is that?
Like 1,000 cc's.
Oh, okay. I knew that. So, what are some of your other interests beside riding that people might not know about?
So we kind of touched on it with our rapid fire questions, but I work out a ton. I just got my personal trainer certification, and then I'm going for a nutritionist certification next. So I'm like super into like health and fitness.
Yeah, I think, don't you have a separate account even for that?
I do.
Right?
I have a separate fitness account. I'm trying to decide if I should combine the two and make it a motovlog/fitness page, but I don't know. I can't decide.
Maybe you could show how to work out with like motorcycle parts. A wheel weighs about. Do you have any tips for new or inspiring YouTubers, motovloggers, etc.?
I would just say, for one, make sure you like invest in a decent setup so that you have like a quality vlog and sound going on. And then two, just kind of like make it your own and personalize it. Like there's a lot of motovloggers out there, and I feel like a lot of their videos kind of like tend to look the same. So like something that I try to do and Mason tries to do is just kind of like make it a little bit different, kind of hit different points of entertainment, I guess.
Yeah, I think blending in is one of the biggest concern for people, because I feel like some videos when you make them, you're like, I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah, it's like hard because it's not like you in the video. You're giving your, I guess, third person. Is it third person or first person point of view? I don't know.
The first person.
First person? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
I was like trying to think, like, I guess it could kind of depends like what you're vlogging, but yeah, with the first person point of view, it's more like people are just looking at your handlebars and your like speedometer and the road ahead of you, which is exactly what you are. So you're like, how do I make this entertaining, you know?
That is the never oh my god. So I had, if you didn't know, Mason on before and exposed the story on how you really met, and he said that you sent his Grom crashing. Is there more to this story? I must know the truth.
There is more to this story. The part that he didn't tell you is that after I crashed it, I was like, well, here, you can have it back now. Yeah, I was like, here you go. Sorry.
I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, no, I actually crashed it twice. So then after the second one, Mason was like, oh, maybe we'll stop. And I was like, yeah, probably a good idea. And then, like, as I was, like, leaving that day, I was, like, just kind of said goodbye to him. And he's like, oh, okay, or actually, I wasn't even leaving. He texted me later. Sorry, I messed up the story. But he texted me later and was like, well, now that you crashed my Grom, you're going to have to go on a pizza date with me to make up for it. And I just...
Nice.
I just ghosted him. I never texted him back.
Oh.
I was like, wow. I was like, wow, this kid's really, like, hitting on me right now. Like, I'm not even going to text him back. Forget it. And then, like, later down the line, we just kept talking, and now here we are. So... But right at first, because that was the first day I met him, I didn't know him. I was like, why? Like, why? You're hitting on me right now.
I thought the pizza date was a smart idea.
I mean, it is, looking back in theory. But like nowadays, I'll go on pizza dates all day with him.
That's very sweet. It has a happy ending.
Yes.
So talking about all the crashing of Groms, how is the wheelie training coming along?
More so than not, it's not coming along because I've crashed so many times now and like hurt myself so many times that I've just kind of gotten like over it. It's cool, and I like to wheelie with Mason when he's like controlling it and all that, but like as far as me doing the wheelies, I've just kind of like I don't know. I'm kind of over it. It's like not worth getting hurt so much to me at this point. You know.
So what do you mean with wheelie with someone? Just so I'm along.
Like Mason and I do like a lot of like tandem wheelies, where like he does the wheelie and I like sit on the bike while he wheelies. Yeah.
How do you not fall off? I don't know anything about wheelies at all.
I'll send you a picture from my Instagram, but you literally just have to hold on. Or if like you're in front of him and he's behind me, then I don't have to hold on. I can like lean on him. But it's all about the balance, you know?
It's all about being a perfect couple and having that perfect balance. So
I thought about my funny story, if we want to go back to that. Okay. So I moved out here from Chicago in June of 2018, so like a little over a year and a half ago. And I drove. So I packed up my whole car. I put my grandma moto tote on the back of my car, and someone came out from Arizona that I knew to drive with me, and we packed it all up. We got in the car and we started driving, and we were like so pumped. We're like, yeah, like moving to Arizona, this is great. And then like 4 hours into the drive, I had a panic attack, and I was like, nope, not moving to Arizona. We're turning around. We're going home. So we literally turned around and drove 4 hours home and got home like late at night. And I was like, I'm not moving anymore. Like, not a chance. I'm done. Yeah, I was like, no. And then the next morning I woke up and I was like, okay, let's go. So then we actually went and we drove 24 hours, well, a little over 24 hours straight through. It was awful. I'll never do it again. But yeah, that's my funny story.
And then in 23 hours in, back it again. No,
right?
No.
No, at that point I would just abandon my car and fly home at that point. No
I'm not doing this. I'm flying home.
I'm I don't like to drive any more than like an hour and a half anymore. After driving from Chicago to Phoenix, I'm like over driving forever.
It ruined it. I can't drive anymore. I
fly as much as I can. Yeah, no, I hate driving now.
I can't drive, so I wish I could hate driving too.
Yeah, well, worse would be riding from Chicago to Phoenix, I think.
Yeah, how long is that? I gotta open maps. I gotta know. I don't know anything about the states. I want to say
it's like 1,700 miles. Let me see.
Oh my! I don't even know how miles works.
Yeah, I don't know how kilometers work or whatever you guys use over there. So. The struggle. All right, I'm about to find. Oh my God, that's it says 1779. So miles. I don't know how many kilometers that is, but it's 1 day and 1 hour.
Oh my God, why?
It's awful.
This looks horrible.
I know. One of my best friends is about to move out here, and I was like, dude, ship your car.
Take the trip.
pay to ship your car and then fly to Arizona. Like, don't drive here.
You should have said, dude, drive. It's one of the best things. I loved it.
No, not to my worst enemy.
That's almost across the entire, like, United States.
Yeah, oh my. Almost. From the Midwest to the Pacific side. Yeah.
Impressive nonetheless.
I know, it was awful though. And I was so crabby by the time we got to Phoenix. I was just so crabby. I was like, I'm done.
I'm just gonna sleep now. This is my life.
Awful. Yep, exactly.
So, back to the questions. So far, who would you say is the champion in the "What will you give me for $1" challenge? And for the people that don't know, feel free to explain what that is.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm obviously the champion. There's not even like a question there. Mason just gets a bunch of pen caps, which is lame. And the "What will you give me for $1" series is basically Mason and I find like a populated area where there's going to be like a lot of kind of like turnaround people in and out. And we just kind of like approach strangers and say, hey, I'm in a competition with my boyfriend or my girlfriend for Mason, and I have a $1 bill. What will you trade me for this $1 bill? So we get some pretty good reactions. We get a lot of people that are like, what? And they just like turn you away, or like they just don't even reply to you. They just stare at you and they're like, no. And it's weird. Or people, like, for me, for some reason, everybody thinks that I'm asking them to give me $1. So they, like, start to open their wallets. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to give you the $1. Yeah, so I think we just did our 4th one. Yeah, we have 4 episodes. And we'll probably continue doing that one because it's pretty entertaining. And there's always, like, something different that comes out of it. So that's a fun one.
So Mason hasn't won yet? Damn.
I don't know. He might have won episode 2, maybe.
Maybe that I can give it that one. Yeah, because
I'll
when
give
I
him
when I checked the comments, everyone's like, yeah, Laura won. Mason every time.
Yeah,
he never gets to win.
One time I got a $20 bill in exchange for my $1, so that was the come up. Definitely won that one.
That was the coming up.
Yes.
So a follow up just on that. When doing something like that, how many rude people do you like meet? Because I feel like there's gotta be some.
Yeah, not as many as you would think. I'm way more nervous than Mason about like confronting people and like random people and like talking to them. But it's not as many as you would think, but you do get a few people who are just like, what the heck are you doing? Or what are you talking about? Or like, sometimes people think I'm asking them for $1 and they get offended that I'm like asking them for $1, but I'm not. So it's not as many as you would think though.
Moving with that questions, you talk to a lot of random people in some of your videos, especially that series. Have you always been kind of, extroverted, so to say, or has that grown over time with YouTube or with other stuff?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of funny because I feel like when I was a kid, I was super like extroverted. And then as I got older, I was more like, yeah, nobody talk to me and I'm not going to talk to anybody. And then once I started like doing the motovlog stuff and being around it more, you kind of realize like you kind of have to for the entertainment side of it. And it's kind of like helped me open up a little more in that way. But I think like the main thing that saves me on that is wearing a helmet. Sometimes with my visor down, and I'm like, well, if they're like, who is this chick and what is she doing? I'm like, well, you don't really know who I am. So it's like protection, I guess. I don't know.
That is the biggest life hack. Every time I talk to people, I just keep my visor down.
Yeah. I'm like, well, you don't know who I am, so it's whatever.
It makes them a little bit more scared. Because
yeah, it does. But I feel like they can't judge me as hard. So.
Yeah. It's like, I could be anyone.
Exactly.
But as long as people don't recognize you, it's fine.
Right.
So that's actually not even a question I wrote down. But do you get recognized from like when you're just riding around or from your YouTube or Instagram and stuff?
Never. Nobody.
Never.
Oh, well, actually, Mason just chimed in over here next to me. A couple people at my gym have recognized me, actually. But as far as like riding around or like as a motor vlogger, no, not really.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I'm still growing, I guess. So
moving on to one of your other interests, which is working out. I'm trying to go back to the gym, and now you're already clarified it, but you're a certified trainer. So can you hold a little inspirational speech for me and the viewers trying to get back into the gym?
New Year's resolutioners?
Yeah. No, pretty much, yeah. I'm not going to make up excuses.
I mean, really, like, the gym for me is, like, a stress reliever and kind of, like, helps with, like, I have a lot of, like, anxiety stuff that I deal with, so it kind of helps me, like, on that front, like, for stress and anxiety. But more than that, it's, like, a lifestyle change and just, like, the fact of, like, wanting to be healthy and, like, taking care of my body. And, like, for so long I thought I was being healthy, but you don't realize that, like, if you're eating a salad, if it has cheese and dressing and eggs and bacon and all that other stuff, it's really not healthy. You would have been better off getting a burger at that point. So it's really just like, I know, right? So just go on and eat all the cheeseburgers. But yeah, it's really just like a kind of more of like a personal decision like that you have to make with yourself to decide like that's what you want and that you want to be healthier and more fit, and then just kind of like commit to it, I guess.
Here, this is not even a question, but I just have to know, what is the main thing to get back to the gym? Because this is just me now trying to talk to a trainer. I can't get back there. I'm good once I'm there, but I can't get there.
I don't know if this is gonna work for you, but for me, it's like buying new workout clothes and like new supplements that I really want to try out.
Oh,
yeah,
that's actually
like,
pretty smart.
If you feel your best, then you're gonna do your best. So
Especially if you
If you
buy
just-
supplements, because you can't really drink them otherwise.
Right. Like if you want to try like a new pre-workout or something, then best thing to do.
That's smart. I like. That's very good.
Try that. Get some new outfits, some new shoes, something like that, and just go for it.
Oh, new shoes. Very good. Very total sidetracking from the interview.
All good.
So, what would you say is the most common question that you get, like from Instagram, YouTube, just random people, wherever really?
I think the most common question I get from people is if Mason and I are married. The answer is not yet.
Not yet.
Which I've explained a few times, but people just keep asking. I don't know. People aren't sure if I'm his sister, his girlfriend, his fiance, or his wife. Nobody knows.
That could go in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, it goes a lot of different ways. So, no, at the moment, I'm his girlfriend. So that's what that is.
Yeah, I think the people thinking it's a sister will get the most surprise. But wait a second. Oh no.
I know. I've had a few people be like on comments. People be like, "That's his sister, bro," or like whatever. Like, "Are you his sister?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I know, so weird. And then some people say we like look alike, but I don't think we do. But it's just we both have like dark features, like dark eyes and dark hair. So we're brown everything. So
from what I have gathered, looking through your channel, what bikes do you have? Because I couldn't figure it out. I know you have a Grom.
Yeah, so technically the Grom is mine, and then Mason and I share his Yamaha FC07 and the CBR 600 RR. And then he had a Grom, but he sold it. So we're down to 3 right now.
Yes, I had to count in my head because it didn't get it. Yes, that is.
And then you're probably getting confused because I take pictures with a lot of like the ride clutch bikes. And then people ask if those are my bikes, but they're not. We just are friends with the ride clutch team. So we get to ride their bikes and stuff like that. So
that was when I was trying to figure out which bikes it was. I was like, that's a lot of bikes.
Yeah, and then our roommates also have like a couple bikes each, so we ride those sometimes as well. So it's just you never know which bike you're gonna catch me on. There's like 10 options at any given time.
You can't decide. Too
Can't
many.
decide.
So, is YouTube what you do, or do you do something else as well?
No, I do not just do YouTube full time. I do like social media marketing and graphic design.
I've just learned about graphic design, so I got excited.
Aw,
I don't know
nice.
anything about it, but I know what it is.
It's nice. It's fun. I like it.
Moving on to more stories.
More stories.
More stories, if you can manage.
Okay.
I like asking the questions because I'm so bad at answering them. So
I know, it's hard.
people won't notice. So, what would you say is the dumbest thing that you have done?
Like on a bike or in life?
Whatever you feel like.
Oh boy. We'll stick with the bike thing. Otherwise, we're going down a whole nother road. Okay, so aside from like wheelies, because I kept crashing and like messing my body up, that was pretty dumb, honestly. A couple times I've done this and I just feel like so stupid for it. I've literally gotten off my Grom multiple times without putting the kickstand down and it just falls over.
Ooh.
And I'm like, again? Like, are you kidding me? Like, people are staring, and I've done that like 3 times now. So I don't know why. I literally think it's because that's the only bike that my feet touch the ground on. Like really well. So then I like have this false sense of like stability. Whereas like the other bikes, I'm on my tiptoes. So if I want to get off, I have to put the kickstand down. Otherwise the bike is going to fall over for sure. So I forget.
Now people are just watching you, waiting for you. But she's not going to put it down, is she?
I know.
Here she goes again.
I've gotten better, but I don't really ride my Grom a whole lot anymore. It's actually down right now. So just the big bikes for now.
Man, I'm so jealous watching that you guys can still ride.
Oh yeah, because it's cold over there.
It sucks.
Yeah, I know. That's the one thing I love about being here too, like riding year round. And right now, for the middle of December, it's been like in the mid 60s most days and like pretty warm with the sun. So we've still like totally been able to ride or just like throw hoodies on and ride, and it's been like perfect.
Hoodies?
Yep, which is crazy, I know.
I can't even ride in hoodies during our summer. That's 15 degrees in Celsius, that's like summer here. What?
Oh my gosh.
Man,
That's crazy.
I'm moving.
I could not imagine. Yeah, you should just come move to Arizona.
Yeah, I'm taking a little road trip.
Maybe fly here.
I'd recommend
Wouldn't recommend the road trip option.
I'll fly to Chicago and I go from there.
Perfect.
That is good. So, what do you think would be the biggest like plot twist for for your fans to learn about you?
Oh man. I don't know. Oh, I know exactly what it is. Everyone thinks my name is Laura, but it's actually Lauren.
What?
I know, plot twist, right?
I mean, I knew that. I did not know. What?
Yeah.
Oh no, did I say wrong in the beginning?
You did earlier, but I just like let it go because
no.
everybody thinks my name is Laura, so it's fine. But yeah, it's actually Lauren, Lauren.
Huh.
But funny thing is about my username, one of my friends from kind of back in the day, her name was Laura, and she was Russian, and her Instagram name was Laurchkaa, but Lora instead of Laur. And I was like, oh, that's dope. I'm going to use it. So then that's where my name came from. And her actual name is Laura. So I don't know if that's like the Russian way to say Laura or not. So I could just be like messing everybody up. But that's where my name came from. And it's actually Lauren. So yeah.
That is a twist.
I know. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, because I was about to ask as well about the username, but now that is...
Now you know. Yeah, I literally just thought it sounded cool. So I was like, yep, that's my new username, and then it's stuck. It's too late to go back now because that's what all my stuff is.
This is me now.
Yep. It's me.
So here comes a completely different question, which I was supposed to do on everyone, but I forgot it. So it's coming back now.
Okay.
And I forgot to write a new one. Don't worry about it. It's still as interesting.
Okay.
So what do you choose and why do you choose it? You can turn invisible, but it's insanely ticklish. Or you have super speed, but only in flip-flops.
Oh, definitely super speed and flip-flops.
What? Can you run in flip-flops?
Yeah. I'll make it work. Yeah, because I hate being tickled. It's actually literal torture.
It's death.
And also, think about if I had super speed and flip-flops, how fast I would have got from Chicago to Phoenix.
That is true.
So,
you can't
super
forget
speed.
That one.
Super speed for sure.
So, moving on. Do you have any inside jokes or memes, as people say, with your audience?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any either.
So.
But
Mason tried to make me a meme once. It was like one of those ones where like I was like jumping in like a star shape, like my arms and legs were out, and he tried to put me on like a space background where I just like spun out of the world.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it though. We should probably get some
meme.
Inside jokes.
It's hard to just make them up, I guess.
Right, like they just have to naturally come about.
So, this is the last question that I have prepared.
Okay.
And it's one that I'm just interested in because it's the States. Mm-hmm. If you go to the States and you can get, because in Europe especially, we have like McDonald's and Burger King and that's it. So if you go to the States and you can get like one, I don't know if it's called fast food, junk food, one of those places, one of those like fast places, so to say. Which one should you go to? And what should you get?
Like what should you try coming from Europe?
Yes, that was a way better way of phrasing that question. Yes, exactly.
Crap. Well, I mean, I just love Panera Bread. I don't know why. I'm a huge Panera Bread fan. So I would say go there. and get I don't eat meat, so this might be different for you if you do. But if you're a vegetarian, get the Mediterranean veggie sandwich and butternut squash soup from Panera. It is bomb.
That is the sole reason why you should go to the States.
Definitely.
Yes.
I
If you
would
only
travel
have
to
one-
the States for that meal for sure.
I'll write it down on my long list.
I travel to Panera every day for that meal, basically.
Damn.
I know. I tried to make it at home. It didn't work, so I just have to go to Panera to get it.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, you just can't make that stuff at home. I don't know why.
It's different. Totally different.
I've tried figuring it out. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that is all my questions. Do you
Okay.
have any questions for yourself or for me?
I don't think so.
Then
I definitely don't have any for myself.
I always like saying that just in case someone like had a really interesting question that didn't come up.
No,
So-
I can't think of any.
So before we wrap up, one of the reasons why it was so hard to find good questions for this and why you might think some questions are missed out is because you actually already have a Q&A on your
I do. I do,
YouTube channel.
yeah.
And I tried not to answer just those questions. So if you're even more interested in what Laurchkaa?
Close. That was good. That was pretty good.
Thanks. I practiced.
You're welcome.
I muted my mic to practice. So
So proud.
so if you're interested in learning more, I'll put a link right down in the description. You can watch that video as well.
Thank you.
And, well, thank you for being on my podcast.
Thank you. It was a blast.
Well, thank you.